the R.E.C. You may know me from, well, nowhere really, but that doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does, but, you know, I'm here to tell you why you should get some mixing and mastering services done by me. I do plenty of mixes, and since I especially started working on the MPC 500, I now find that I've got a lot more control over my mix, and also the fact that because it's on the MPC and not in Logic, I can't go back to it and fix it, so I've really got to focus on what I've got and do the best with it, and I think it comes out well. Anyway, I do still mix in Logic. Let me get it up. Now what I've got here is my mix template that I mix my beats in, and this is just for mixing beats. I'm going to show you the vocals one in a minute because I do mix vocals, I can mix vocals. Even though my vocals probably don't sound that good, that's because I'm singing it, but I can mix vocals, I can. So here we've got the main mix that I have. I've got usually, a couple of drums going on, melody, bass, horns, lead, and I separate it all into buses so that I've got a lot of control. I'm trying to replicate one of those big mixer things. I'm hoping to get one of them soon, but right now I'm just using Logic. Just got all my channel strips going on. I use some gain, compression, bit of EQ, maybe a bit of what I call like a special kind of extra plugin. I've got my reverbs all set up, plate in room, got my delays, the chorus, and then parallel compression, which is important in certain types of music. So I've got these all set up so that if you send me your beats to mix, I can just throw them in and they're ready to go. The way I work with vocals is that you usually obviously send me like a reference track or an instrumental, and then I've kind of separated out here into my two artists. So if you send me two artists, then I've got two going on, color coded so I know what's going on. I've obviously got the same effects loaded up, bit of reverb, bit of delay, bit of chorus, and then obviously the mastering strip here, which I will get onto later. The main thing here is just so that you can see kind of what I'm doing, what plugins I'm using, and also a bit down here. Here I've got obviously main vocals, that's going to be my mono channel, in the center. Then I've got dubs for doubles left and right, and what I like to do is and have them in each ear to create that stereo width. You can see they're hard panned here, and then ad-libs are kind of mid panned to kind of just create a bit of variation between center, hard, and then like a mid channel. I've got that duplicated over two people. These are exactly the same tracks, but obviously I would change the plugins and parameters depending on who I've got, because not everyone's voice is the same. Some people sing maybe a bit softer, maybe a bit more bassy than some people, so I want to control that. You can see here that obviously on the main vocals I've got most of my effects loaded up. A few ones I use, EQ, compression, bit of an additive EQ, and then a de-esser, because I think in some songs, if you've got kind of a piercing instrumental, you want to calm it down, control it with a de-esser. And also on reverbs and stuff like this, cut out the lows because you don't want reverb on lows, and also this is where a lot of essence come. You don't want reverb to drown out the kind of clarity. Onto the mastering, you can see I've got it all turned off because I don't want to mess with it. I do mix into the limiter and compressor. Basically, the way I work is that you can come to me, text me on Instagram or something, I'll put my email out if you want to send me some things. And the whole point of my mixing and mastering is to get the best mix, or master, or both for you. Because at the end of the day, you want your music to sound good. You do, don't you? Usually, in the first 2 or 3 days, I'll have the main mix done, and then I'll send it back and we can talk through any changes you want. Maybe you don't like certain factors that I've put in there, you maybe want me to switch up an arrangement bit, that's all good. So then we go on to mastering. That'll bring the level of the sound up and also enhance the mix with some of the plugins and saturation that I put on to get your beats sounding good and clean, and also bring it up to volume for streaming platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud. Now you may be asking yourself, who is this guy? Why do I want to get my beats mixed and mastered from him? Now that's a very, very good question. Is that I'm just that straight up guy? Is that I'm good? No. Because I'm the R.E.C. Is that I ensure that I will stay in contact. Customer service is one of my main things that I try and pride myself on. Also getting the best mix. Also I might implement my own style, but obviously the end product is for you, and if you're not satisfied with that, then I haven't really done my job, even if I think it's a good mix. We got to make sure that you think it's a good mix. So hopefully now you're starting to think, oh yeah, I have got some beats and vocals that he could help out with, and that's great. All you got to do is I'll link my email, my Instagram that you can get me on down below. I'm going to put up on the screen now what some people have said to me about the mixes and also who I work for. I've worked with DJ Melodic, Rick Rover, R.E.C. Those are mainly vocals, and then for beats I've done a couple of people here and there. Hopefully you choose me. If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, that's even better. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep making beats. If you are subscribed and watch my videos, then big thanks to you, even if you don't make beats but just enjoy my content. Thanks for watching this little advert I put together, and I'll see you in the next one.